Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here. And I have, what I'm glad Erica said was a little bit of an intriguing title. I want to talk to you a bit this morning about an idea I have for how you can make good news snowballs using smart tools. Now, I am Terra Lariviere. My go-by thing, I'm not getting my screen to put here. Maybe one of those days. There I am. Great. It's slower. Thank you. Tara the writer. Yes, I am a freelance writer, editor, and communications project manager. I've been working in the STEM fields as a writer and editor probably for more than about 25 years now. But I've done some other things along the way at the same time. I also wrote for a number of business publications like the Toronto Board of Trade. I write for Chartered Accountants of Ontario and some other, as I say, business related things. So I've got kind of a unique perspective to add to the 8 to 10 years of mining experience I've been taking. So I was intrigued when I was asked this morning to speak to you a little bit about what I thought the Canadian mining companies could do to thrive in 2030 and beyond. Because really, tomorrow is the question, and I'm going to answer it a little bit from a marketing communications point of view this morning. So the technical people on the call, my friends, the engineers, the miners, the geologists, I'm going to talk about you a little bit this morning like you're not in the room, but please don't go away because I'm going to need you back a little later. I think that one of the best things that the mining industry in Canada could do going forward would be to tell the world more of what you want it to know about you and do it more often. Now, as I said, I've had about 25 years of writing in the STEM fields, and this is what I've learned about working with miners, engineers, and technical people, is that they usually don't like to write, especially stories and interviews or marketing pieces. They do great with things like pre-feasibility studies and writing code. This stuff, not so much. They don't like to write, but they love to define and refine processes. Not so much writing, but they do love to edit what other people have written. And they love getting feedback on work from as many colleagues as possible to guarantee the most complete 100% accuracy and precision. And I can see the engineers laughing. Excuse me. So they like refining process. They like getting feedback. They like editing and improving what other people's write and create, but not so much writing themselves. All things that challenge one of the most important tenets of marketing and corporate communications. And my friends on the call who do this kind of work, I know you're going to agree with me. And that is that when you need to get the story out, when you need to position the company in a story to guide the narrative or focus attention in a specific way, timing is absolutely everything. So going to 2030 and beyond, information technology, the things we're seeing, the AI tools, machine learning, things like ChatGPT are only going to become more prevalent, easier to adapt and personalize. I think we're seeing that already, just going forward so quickly. So this customization gives us tremendous speed, scope, and accuracy when you're trying to generate content. And that takes aim at two of the biggest limitations mining companies are experiencing when they're trying to get their messages out. Number one is the need for quick, accurate, well-written stock content. And as we know, when you're going through many iterations and reviews and a lot of feedbacks, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get it quick. And number two, you need a volume of communications. And again, that need to constantly refine, to constantly try to get things perfect is going to take you to the point where very little can actually get done sometimes. And you need the volume to establish your brand identity, to get the public knowing about you and familiar with you and what you do. You want to become more recognizable to them. And you want your investors, stakeholders, publishers, and others used to hearing from your company and used to having you making contributions and relevant thought leadership. And when you have that, when you have quick content that's well written and easy to modify, and you've got tools that can instantly adapt it and take the same content and move it from web copy to a social media announcement to a draft article, you have got a terrific supply of fast, easy, good news snowballs that you can be pelting out all the time. You have all the elements of an inexpensive, non-labor intensive way to produce good news stories that you want your stakeholders to see frequently, consistently, and repeatedly. So you must think it's a little bit strange for a freelance writer and editor to be telling you about how to use tools that could basically eliminate my job. But I don't think we're quite there yet. I don't think we're quite at the end. So, of course, when I was preparing this presentation and looking to 2030 and beyond, I thought one of the best things I could do would be to ask ChatGPT what it has to say about using ChatGPT. Here's what it told me: that while it's a powerful tool, human oversight is crucial for maintaining quality and ensuring that the content meets your specific goals and requirements. They said AI-generated text still looks and feels slightly unnatural to human readers, so it's not going to be able to replace human content, not yet anyway. And others have said it's overselling the technology to say that it or any other chat-based AI tool is going to completely remove humans from manual writing tasks. Also, Google and other search engines can identify AI-generated text, and they mark it as spam. So if you're using blocks of it on your website or in articles, it's going to impede your search engine optimization and maybe even reflect poorly on you and your online reputation. So what single action can mining companies take to thrive in 2030 and beyond? I think you can improve your company's brand awareness with stakeholders and the public. I think you can increase the volume of good news about you that is easily available, beginning with quick, accurate, well-written stock content using some of the tools that are out there today. But then I think you need to work with an experienced professional writer who knows your company and your industry, who can quickly and professionally hone and personalize machine draft content, incorporate your company's own opinions about things and your thought leadership elements into that draft content, and do it tastefully. Edit it, adjust it, and adapt it so that the content properly reflects your company's unique values, viewpoints, and goals. So it's never been easier to have a stream of good news stories that underscore your company's message strategy, that get the right media and publishing channels hearing from you, seeing your content, and using it frequently, consistently, and repeatedly. Let us help you do that and tell the world more of what you want them to know. So thank you very much for your time this morning. I'm Terra the writer, and here's some of the ways you can get in touch with me.